What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha. Represent Mocha's Cafe de Pana. That's why I'm always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Big ups to all of my subscribers, my A1s from day ones. Those of you who have recently subscribed, I welcome you to Mocha's Cafe de Paris family. And if this is your first time ever checking out any of my content and you like what you hear thus far, please make sure before you exit, you like, you share, you subscribe. If y'all have not been getting any notifications, please make sure y'all hit the notification bell. Make sure it is not set on personalized because you will not get my content. Make sure it is set on all in case you haven't been getting any notifications. So anyway, no, it's been a while since I uploaded. And of course, I definitely was going to put my input on this situation with the OnlyFans. Platform is banning sexually explicit content. Now, it's been a lot of content creators getting kudos, saying, yeah, they told y'all this was going to happen. All of y'all who thought OnlyFans was going to last, first of all, nobody gets any goddamn brownie points for calling this out. Okay? Nobody's psychic. It doesn't make nobody psychic. It doesn't make anybody highly intelligent. Even Ray Charles could see that eventually OnlyFans, it was going to get to that point in which they was going to start banning sexually explicit content, and the reason why I said nobody gets any brownie points for calling this out, because anybody knows that whenever it comes to a hustles don't last. That's why they're called hustles. No different than a dope boy who's on the corner selling rocks. Eventually he's going to either get caught by the police or another dope boy going to start getting jealous and hating on him because he making too much money on the block. They're going to kill him, or it's going to be a dude that's going to rob him. Either way, it's going to come to an end because it's a hustle. So for anybody who's been calling this out saying, yeah, winter is coming, you do not get any brownie points, because anybody with basic common sense already knows that eventually this was going to come to a streaking halt. Okay. So of course there's a lot of ladies that are very upset. A lot of these Jezebels, a lot of these thoughts, a lot of these cyber harlots, these cyber prostitutes, a lot of them are very upset. They're very angry. This was their source of income. A lot of them have been uploading videos expressing their anger. And when I say a lot of them, not just black women, it's been a white woman, going around on, her video has actually gone viral. A lot of guys been using her video, with her basically expressing her anger about OnlyFans banning women who are displaying sexual explicit content on there. And she took it very, very personal. She took it to heart, like, how dare y'all, shut it down to where we can't post these things that we're used to posting. This is how we've been making our money. This is how we've been surviving. And I'm like, really? Wow. You're so upset that you can't be a cyber harlot anymore. You can't spread your wings open, on social media. You can't profit off of these simps anymore. So basically, for those of y'all who have not been familiar, who have not been keeping up with what's going on, OnlyFans shares its new policy banning sexually explicit content. On Thursday, the video and image sharing site OnlyFans announced plans to ban sexually explicit content starting August 1st. So y'all got a little while to keep hoeing, just a little bit, doing your little cyber hoeing, but it's going to officially shut down come October 1st, to where they're not shutting down OnlyFans, but they're going to shut down how people can use OnlyFans, especially the cyber harlots that have been profiting off of these simps, using the OnlyFans platform as a way to share their sexually explicit content. So the OnlyFans announced that they're going to be banning sexually explicit content come August 1st. While we're not sure exactly why it's changing so drastically, they just sent out an updated terms of service policy to the creators who have built the site, detailing exactly what won't be allowed going forward. So this is what's going to be going on. Do not upload, post, display, or publish content on OnlyFans that, one, shows, promotes, advertises, or refers to sexually explicit conduct, which means actual or simulated sexual intercourse, including genital through genital, oral through genital, anal genital, or oral anal between persons of any sex. Actual or simulated masturbation, any exhibition of the anus or genitals of any person which is extreme or offensive. Actual or simulated material depicting bodily fluids commonly secreted during sexual conduct. All existing content that shows, promotes, advertises, or refers to sexually explicit conduct, which has the meaning given to it in Section 5B of this policy, must be removed before December 1st, 2021, or by any other date which we communicate to users. Other sections of the policy that ban deep fakes, drugs, or violence remain unchanged. In email to OnlyFans creators, the site specified that content containing nudity will continue to be allowed as long as it is consistent with the policy. Posts can show off body parts, but doing anything explicit or zooming in too close means they will be in violation. Any breach may lead to your account being suspended or terminated and access to your earnings being revoked. OnlyFans has largely built its billion-dollar business and brand on sex workers providing exactly the kind of content that's being banned. Now, those content creators have until December 1st to wipe any traces of the subtly unacceptable content from the profiles. So basically, this is where we are. It has come to an end, and yes, winter is coming, but like I said, nobody gets brownie points for calling this out because we already knew this was a matter of time. Now, same thing happened when they had Backpage. Same thing. A lot of these cyber harlots was using Backpage, to advertise their goodies to these thirsty simps out here. And Backpage was the outlet. That was the platform that a lot of prostitutes was able to use to lure, weak men, simps, into basically purchasing the vagina through a platform. So once FBI got a hold of that, of course, FBI shut that down. Okay, so again, nobody gets any brownie points, for calling this out. I knew it was a matter of time with OnlyFans because they shut down Backpage. Anytime people start abusing a platform and overly use it sexually, eventually it's going to draw attention. And the thing about it is a lot of these hoes aren't smart and a lot of these simps ain't smart. Anytime when you start overly using a platform and most of the usage starts to become sexually explicit, eventually is going to grab the wrong attention from someone who's going to notice it, who has pull, who has power. And they, unlike a lot of us out here who think because we are content creators, think because we got all these views, think because we got all these subscribers, we start getting a big head, thinking that we're invincible. No one can stop us. No one can touch us. We can say what we want to say on these platforms. We can do what we want to do. We can disrespect, we can overstep our boundaries. And we think we are safe because we have over 1 million viewers, or we have over 1 million subscribers, or we're helping these platforms by helping platforms like YouTube and Twitter. We're giving them all this money because every time, let's face it, every time I get paid, YouTube gets paid. So a lot of content creators, they start feeling invincible. They start thinking because they're making all of these cash apps and donations, they're making all these super chats, they feel like, hell, nobody's not going to touch me because I'm the reason YouTube is making a lot of money. I'm the reason, OnlyFans is getting a lot of money. Let's face it, these platforms, they get a percentage. So meanwhile, we think we can overstep our boundaries because we feel like we are the ones helping these platforms to make money off of what we do. But even with money, even with popularity, even with clout, even with notoriety, there comes a point when you can get shut down. And I hope everybody understands that this is not just something for OnlyFans. Because everybody's been making a big deal out of this because let's face it, the majority of the majority of women that are partaking in this OnlyFans of cyber hoeing, the majority have been Black women. So the reason why a lot of people have been speaking so earnestly on OnlyFans is because they know that the majority of women who have been profiting off of the OnlyFans account and have been uploading a lot of sexually explicit content has been Black women. So, of course, a lot of people are celebrating. They're throwing confetti. Now reality has hit, that these women, they no longer not going to be able to make the money they used to make off of this platform, because they're not going to be able to bust it open. They're not going to be able to squirt. They're not going to be able to finger themselves or use dildos or whatever turns these sick ass simps on, because let's face it, those are the ones who are paying for it. So a lot of people got so much to say, because they know who is targeting, which is mostly Black women. But keep in mind, this is just an example for all you content creators. Be mindful and careful with how you use your platform. You don't know the day, the time, or the hour where someone could come and shut your whole goddamn operation down. It's no different than being a drug dealer. Okay, you don't know, no matter how much money you making now, selling all these drugs, selling all this meth, this cocaine, this weed, whatever it is that you're profiting off of, at any given moment, the tables can always turn. You can always get caught. Somebody can always infiltrate your platform and call it out and say, you know what, this individual is promoting content that is way too abusive or way too sexually explicit or way too racist. A lot of times as content creators, again, we get comfortable with stepping outside of our lane. We feel invincible, like our platform cannot be touched, cannot be targeted. But unless you own YouTube or you are tight with the YouTube CEO, unless you got some real strong pull, or unless you got some really strong clout, and I'm not talking about clout as far as your viewers or your subscribers. You can have 1 million subscribers. That don't mean you safe. Unless you own YouTube, unless you and the CEO are best friends, who the woman who runs YouTube, you can get shut down at any given moment. If not shut down, they can always change the lanes. You get what I'm saying? You start your content off, basically targeting a certain group of people. And depending on who finds out about this, that person may have enough pull to go and reach out to YouTube. It ain't just petitions. We know things of that nature don't really pull any weight to a certain degree. But if it gets in the right person's ear and that person has pull, that person can get your plug pulled at any given moment. So unless you are really big like Oprah or anybody that's in the high political, in the high political world, or somebody who has a lot of pull in the industry, you're a small fry. And I understand a lot of people think because of views that a person is big. Views does not make you big. A big platform does not make you big, because contrary to what you may think, the Black YouTube sector is very small. Even if there's a Black content creator that has over 1 million views, he or she is still small, because you're just looking at it through the Black sector. They are not the biggest thing ever of YouTube, because you have other YouTube content creators that are way over 1 million in viewers. Then you have these celebrities also who already got over millions of viewers. So a lot of us don't be blindsided because you see 1 or 2 people in the Black YouTube sector that has over 1 million viewers. They're still not big enough to be invincible, in which somebody cannot pull the plug on them. You know what I mean? So what's going on, like I said, is these OnlyFans shares, that they're going to be banning people who do sexually explicit content. Now, these women will still be able to upload pictures, half-naked pictures, showing a little cleavage here and there, but it's not going to bring them the same amount of money that they were getting when they was able to squirt, finger themselves, masturbate, whatever it is that they do, or porn. They're not going to get the same amount of money. You know what I mean? Because photos is nothing compared to actually seeing somebody sexually exploit themselves live. Because again, you can go on Instagram, they post half naked pictures on Instagram. They do it on Facebook. I mean, so these women are not going to make the same amount of money they were making when they were able to squirt and bust it open and do all these other sexually explicit things. So, what's going to end up happening is, a lot of these women, they're going to have to find a different type of hustle. And that's why I cannot stress this more than enough. You have a lot of broken women, and notice I said broken. I didn't just say black. I didn't just say white, Latina. You got a lot of broken women, meaning not only broken financially. Of course, we know you broke. We know you don't have the money. That's why you have to sexually expose yourself through these simps to get money. But you're also broken mentally and spiritually and emotionally, because anytime a woman has to resort to going to an OnlyFans account, to spread her legs open, to allow to give these perverts the privilege to be able to, see your vagina. You're giving these strangers, millions of strangers, their privilege to see your vagina. And they pay you for it. Which brings me to my next issue. Now, there's not too many brothers who are calling the men out. Now, Red Supreme was one of the few. A lot of these women, these cyber prostitutes, they're profiting due to simps. Yes, these same men who love to hang out in Kevin Samuels' chat room, who love to hang out and Jada Black, they love to hang out in all of these, masculine dominant spaces, but behind closed doors, they are living a double life. They live in a simp life behind closed doors. You have a lot of these men who pretend to be high value, who come in these masculine spaces, who disrespect women, who got so much to say about women. But yet these are the same simps that are going to OnlyFans, faithfully tithing to these whores and paying them $25, $30, $50 a month. All right, because let's face it, simps are not just nerds, not just ugly, low self-esteem men, or not men who just work at Popeye's Chicken. A lot of these simps are men who are also financially well off, who are also well established, who are also well dressed. It's not just better males. You have a lot of these alpha males who live a better male undercover life, who be paying and tithing to the cyber harlot congregation. You have a lot of these men, they're paying for it. These same men that are in the chat room saying women ain't shit, women are garbage, F these black hoes, F these hoes. These same men who are up here talking trash, these same men who are up here degrading women of all races, these same men up here who you can't go in a chat room and even carry yourself as a woman without them coming for you, without them saying something ignorant to you when you're just in a chat room sharing your opinion. You're not being disrespectful. You're not going in on other men. You have these same imitation alpha males that are living better male lives behind closed doors. Like I stated, these are the ones that are paying these women. These women would not be profiting if they were not receiving simp fees. Because as women, I'm not paying to see another woman's vagina. I'm not paying to see another woman squirt. Who's the majority of the individuals these cyber harlots are profiting from? They are profiting from men. The ones who are undercover simps, who pretend they don't fuck with women, they don't like women, they don't want nothing to do with women. It's a lot of fraudulent alpha males in the YouTube sector that get in these chat rooms, act all masculine, but as soon as they log off, they go onto the Cyber Harlots OnlyFans page and send her $25. But we ain't gonna talk about that though, right? How else are these women making money? So now you got a lot of these women, they're upset, they're distraught, they want to roll over and die because Their cyber harlot gig has come to an end. They have to go get a legitimate job. Now, the thing about it is you may have one of many who was smart enough to take their cyber harlot fees and invest it. Some of them were smart enough to get a home, pay their homes off, pay their cars off, put their kids in college. I hope if you're going to cyber harlot, at least make sure your cyber harlot gig benefits you, so you don't have to go back out here into the real world and have to struggle from the bottom. And we know the majority of them was not investing that money, because let's face it, most of the time, fast money is very rarely invested because you can get it fast. Slow money is usually invested more than fast money, because when you know you're getting paid every 2 weeks, or you're getting paid every week, you know you have to put that money up. You have to budget that money, because it's going to be another week or two by the time you get paid again. But fast money, why you think these dope boys, why you think these prostitutes, why you think they spend their money so quick? Because they know within a day within a day or so, they can make that money right back. So the majority of these OnlyFans cyber harlots, a lot of them, we know they didn't invest that money. This is the reason why they're having a heart attack. They're having a stroke. They are discombobulated right now because they have become addicted to that quick money, that fast money. So the only thing a lot of these OnlyFans could do, they're gonna have to go back to the old hoe days when hoes used to walk the stroll. Well, hoes used to actually have to walk the stroll, street walk at night, hope they get lucky and run into a John without getting busted by an undercover police officer. That's what a lot of them are going to have to do. They're going to have to whole stroll now. Because what's going on is, y'all have to realize, with technology, even though technology is very convenient and we have all these platforms, the problem is we don't own these platforms. We don't own them. So the rules can change at any given moment. And it seems like once money really starts getting good, that is when these platforms will flip the script on you. These platforms will flip the script on you and say, it's been brought to our attention that this and A, B, C, and D is going on due to things of this nature. We're going to start changing policies coming effective such and such date. We're no longer going to allow content creators to discuss this, to do that. Eventually, the rules always change unless you own YouTube, unless you own OnlyFans, unless you own Twitter, Instagram. Never get comfortable, ever get comfortable with these platforms. Don't matter how good your money is. Doesn't matter how much notoriety you have gained. You will never, ever be safe with these platforms, because they can pull a rug from up under you at any given moment. So to all these OnlyFans hoes, I am glad that the platform is shut down. The thing about it is, the bad part is women that are so used to using their goddamn body, they do not know how to use their damn brain. And that is the problem. And again, these women would not be able to profit if these simp ass dudes was not investing into them. Yeah, these same dudes, like I say, who try to pretend, oh, they don't like women, they don't want to deal with women. But these are the same ones that are sitting there jacking off, getting aroused at these women squirting on them through the goddamn screen. You know what I'm saying? So as far as this OnlyFans, I'm glad it is shut down. Well, not shut down. I'm glad that they have changed the policies. Women are not going to be able to bust it open and squirt and finger themselves and stuff pickles, Roger Wood sausages, whatever they was doing. I'm glad now that they would not be able to do that. But like I said, I'm not surprised it has come to this point. And this is, again, a message for all content creators. Don't just look at OnlyFans now. Take heed to what's going on. Take heed. Because a lot of y'all think y'all are safe now because y'all are able to keep targeting and bashing a certain group of people. And nothing has happened to your platform yet. You have not received any strikes yet. You have not received any major violation notifications yet. But no one is safe when it comes to these social media platforms. No one is safe unless you own it, unless you have a tight connection with the CEO who regulates the whole platform. The rug could always be pulled from up under your foot. That's why it's called a hustle. Being a content creator, whether if your content is sexually explicit, whether if your content is always bashing a certain specific group of individuals, whatever your platform is based off of, just keep in mind, you never know the day, you never know the time or the hour when these individuals who own these platforms, who own the content creators, don't get it twisted. A rug could also be pulled from up under your foot as well. So anyway, y'all, leave y'all comment below. Let me know y'all what y'all think about this OnlyFans sharing this new policy banning sexually explicit content. Again, I cannot stress this more than enough. These undercover alpha perverts who are sending their money to these women, and you're trying to act all bougie and overly masculine, like you don't get down like that. You know that you do. And I know a lot of y'all are also upset that y'all don't get to see anybody squirt through the screen. So anyway, y'all, leave y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think. This is your girl, your diva, and knowledge, Lady Mocha. Represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris. So I'm always going to serve you a cup of truth and break you off with a slice of knowledge. Y'all be blessed. Talk to you soon. Bye.